problems and get you those valuable bragging rights. Welcome, everyone, to Annapolis, Maryland, home of the Navy Midshipmen. As we'll see a squad from the Pac-12, the Air Force Falcons, taking on a team looking for its first win, the Navy Midshipmen. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. Navy ready for kickoff as we get this game started. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So Air Force's offense takes the field to start this game off. Now, guys, let's not forget, the last time these two got together, we had ourselves an absolute classic that has provided motivation for one side ever since, David.
I mean, such a back and forth, such a fun game. Everyone remembers where they were on their couch or in the stadium for that rivalry game.
And that's what rivalry games are supposed to look like. Both teams playing with phenomenal intensity. It's going to go down right to the wire. And you're right, those are the games that make college football special.
The Falcons with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Quarterback may change this route. They'll try to get outside. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And the Falcons decide to punt it away. Having to kick it away after a 3-and-out's not what they had in mind. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. So the Navy Midshipman offense comes out, and they'll try to put together their first drive of the game. There's a receiver who's going to draw some attention, Jesse, but really, he's just part of this whole offensive puzzle.
He hasn't been the most consistent guy when it comes to catching the ball for this offense this year, but he has had some big moments. He has had some big games as well. And, David, you know, from a roster standpoint, they're generally not going to overmatch or overwhelm anybody from the receiver spot, but this is a dude that can get it done.
I think that's the biggest point that you made. It's a guy that has the potential to make big plays. And if you're pointing to a guy, he is the one. Talking to coaches, like, they've seen flashes in big moments. They need to see it consistently, and it starts today.
Finds his man. It's Lee. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the first down. Navy quick to the line.
When offenses get first downs like this and they move the sticks and they get some momentum, look at what they do. They put their foot on the gas, run this no huddle, get to the line of scrimmage, and try to capitalize.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Quarterback on the keeper. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Here on 3rd down for this offense. It'll be a draw. And they're able to get a 3rd down stop here. See if they go for it on 4th. Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. Tries to get it on the ground. Smithers into space. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Navy is clicking on all cylinders right now.
Well, that is a gutsy play call on that 4th down. I think everybody here in the stadium, including myself, was expecting them to try to throw the football, but they ran it and caught the defense off guard.
Immediately fires to the middle. On the sweet spin, and he's free. Rustled out of bounds at the 12, and another productive play on this drive. Here comes Navy back to the line after picking up the 1st down. Now from inside the red zone. A lets it fly. And that one is right on target if his target was the first row.
Well, the quarterback knew where he wanted to go with the ball. His intended target just wasn't open, so the quarterback made sure he put that football in the stands.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. They'll go back to the air on second down. Here's a heat. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
And they get to the quarterback and get the sack. That's a big emphasis for this defense. They saw a week ago, this offense gave up 3 sacks. They need to get to him early and often and create some indecision. Nice job.
And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. And he'll need to curl this one in from 44 yards out on the right hash. He splits the uprights. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0. So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here comes the Air Force offense back onto the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. And he left that one short, tried to baby it in there. He's got to turn it loose.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. What that means is keeping third downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play call.
That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. Wonder if they'll be conservative on 1st and 10. Wants to throw again. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground.
This is why everybody grows up and wants to be an offensive coordinator and not a defensive coordinator, because he can do that. He drops back. He's supposed to pass, but you know what? I'll just scramble around, and I'll just go get plenty of yards and pick him up and put him down, and I'm faster than most of your other guys, too, so good luck stopping him.
You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the hatred is so strong. The emotions are so real. The coaches get super tight, and they start talking about things, Jesse, so you don't just treat it as another game.
No, it's hard to handle the anxiety leading up to those games, not just because of what it means to your season, but because of what the fans are saying, what your coaches are saying, what your family and friends are saying, understanding how important those rivalries are.
Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Knocked down at the 24-yard line, but it's a big game. 15 yards on the play, and this offense is in business. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Quickly out to the tight end. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, 1st and goal.
Love the decision-making by the quarterback there on the RPO play. Defense took everything away deep down in the field, so just check it down, get it to your guy in the right flat, and let him go get yards.
Quick completion on the out. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Touchdown! a short pass to put the 6 on the board.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
And the midshipman offense making its way back onto the field. They'll start this drive with a chance to regain the lead, down 7-3. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Good route on the comeback, and he makes the catch. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
Navy quick to the line. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down.
If they're going to sit back in zone, I'm going to make sure I know exactly what they're doing, find those holes, find those crossing patterns, and take advantage of that zone coverage.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now on second down. Back to pass. A shot toward the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
What a play by the defender there, guys. In his own end zone, the offense has taken a shot, and if that defender was just one step behind, that would have been a touchdown. But the hit forces the incompletion.
Got out of trouble and throws. Another incompletion on third down. Here comes the field goal unit. The kicker will try to punch one through from 41 yards away. It's good. That brings them to within 1.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
Air Force has it back, and the Falcon offense returns to the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Got the back over the middle. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
That's why the bullet pass is so important. Sometimes these defenses, they don't give you big windows to throw into, and you want to take that chance, but you cannot lob that football down the field and get it in there. Nice use of the bullet pass, my friend.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. The Falcons will punt it away on 4th down. This will be a second time they've had to kick it away. Fair catch is signaled and made, and they'll go to work from the 27-yard line. And Navy will go back on the attack. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Navy quick to the line.
And that's why they got to keep running the football, man, because play action is going to be a big part of this game plan. You've got to get this tight end over the middle of the field vertically and give him an opportunity, because you just saw how dangerous he is after the catch.
Breaks free. What a play to get it inside the red zone, and they are set up at the 17. This offense thrives on those big, explosive plays, and that one has them set up with a 1st and 10 from the 17. Use the play fake, now to throw. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Navy lifts anchor in the red zone. DB's right up on the receivers. Motion from the back. From the gun on 3rd down. Under fire. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. We're at the 2-minute timeout. It's been a good one so far. Opportunity for this offense perhaps to take the lead before halftime. So this field goal unit has been getting the job done. They've already made a couple here today. Dead center perfect. And with that, they've taken the lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Dynamite matchup this week in the American, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Florida Atlantic is up big right now in what's shaping up to be a blowout they'll remember in Boca for some time. They're up by 35 over Tulsa. Ought to be fun, fellas, to see how things play out in this notable matchup in the American.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some...
Oh, he's got some space. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on 1st down. Dances away. Running into the open space. They get him out of bounds. Couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling. And the Falcons have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick and fast and in a hurry.
They stop him at the 42, but they get it across midfield. Pick up 10 and the 1st down.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver, and the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
And those are tough passes. When you start throwing those balls towards the sidelines, it's a longer throw for the quarterback to make, and I think that's when you see the majority of the misses for guys, the majority of the overthrows and a little bit of inaccuracy start to show itself.
And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
I like the play call there. I know it falls incomplete, but you're in the defensive side of the field right now, and you're going back to the guy that's already scored a touchdown for you. This guy has stepped up. He's made a play. So if I'm on offense, I keep throwing him the football.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
The Falcons will try to pin them back with the punt. And they can't get on top of it to down it, so that ball will come out to the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. They'll start this drive going to the air. Bought a little time, lets it go. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
That is not good news for this offense, guys. I mean, the defense only brought 3 on that play, and they were still able to get after the quarterback. This O-line has got to play better.
Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Navy will have to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. First boot of the day is on its way. He was called on 3 times in that loss last week. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. Here comes the Air Force offense back onto the field. And with the ball in a spot like this, David, they might try to get something on the board before the break.
Oh, great opportunity to be aggressive. Find those couple plays you like. Push the ball down the field. At least try to get a field goal here, Palmer.
That's it, David. Just a couple of first downs here could be enough to steal 3 points before this half is over.
We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Now they've moved it just inside the 40. 1st and 10 from the 39. Looking downfield on 1st down. Heaves it on the run. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
You know, as an offense, you just don't get that many great opportunities in games to hit these type of big-time plays. When plays like that present themselves and receivers are open, as a quarterback, you have got to make that throw.
Hit as he throws. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
Quarterbacks talk about it all the time. They love the clean pocket where they can step up, throw the football. That is not what they had. Nice job by the defense, beating the offensive line, disrupting the timing, and getting a nice clean hit on the quarterback.
They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. They'll send out the field goal unit to try to take the lead here before halftime. And the holder will place it down on the left hash. A 47-yard try coming. He's got it. Showing off that big leg from 47 yards out.
And I like this offense. They didn't get conservative. They stayed aggressive to go try to get points, and they get rewarded, and they take the lead and the momentum going into the half.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They put the brakes on him, but a good return out to the 36. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Man, great energy in that building. There always is when these two get together. And a fun first half between these rivals. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to see who comes out on top of this rivalry contest.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. And the Falcons will boot it away to start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And here comes the Navy offense. They got a lot done through the air in the first half, and they might need even more production here in the second.
I think they will, Reese, and I think this is an offense that has proven they're playing with good timing right now. They've got some matchups where they're...
There he goes! Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Navy quick to the line.
I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
He was running through tackles and picked up the first down and finally got knocked down. See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Looking to throw on first down. On the move and looking deep. Oh, he had his man for a big gainer, and he just flat missed him.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
Pressure coming. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
This quarterback is thinking to himself, I need to get an NIL deal at some restaurant so I can take my offensive line out and feed them more, because I don't think they like me very much right now. I've been sacked 6 times in this game. It's time to get that new NIL deal paycheck.
Air Force has it back, and the Falcon offense returns to the field. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. Turning on the Jets. He's at the 30. He's at the 10. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Falcons.
Man, this guy is such a weapon because he's so dangerous if he gets into the second level. Great vision, and then David shows you his speed.
Just straight wheels, erasing angles. A lot of times when you're chasing guys that are so fast like this, you're like, I got him. No, I do not. What a big, long touchdown run. Pad those stats, young fella.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And the midshipman offense making its way back onto the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Looking for a crease. It's Ashmore. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one.
And the defense gives up the first down. And oh, here they go. They're going fast. No time to substitute. Got to communicate quickly and get back on the line of scrimmage.
Man, this quarterback is going to need an ice bath when this game is over because he is getting whacked. We've seen him go down. He's been sacked time and time again. He just got nailed another time on that last play. You can't wait for this.
Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
And if this offense wants to get back in the football game, it starts up front. Like, they've got to do a better job of protecting their quarterback. A third down and long situation coming up. They'll have another opportunity. They've got to keep their quarterback upright.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. Navy will have to punt it away. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Here comes the Air Force offense back onto the field. After that last explosive running play, David, why not just try it again, right?
I mean, why not? Such a big, long, explosive run. You think, Jesse, maybe give it to him again? Or do you say, hey, QB, throw that thing out there?
I think you keep it on the ground, David. Honestly, I was watching the offensive line. They were fired up after that long touchdown run. You know they just want to go back out there again and get some push.
Caught over the middle. It's Hodges. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. A huge third down here in the brigade from the Naval Academy, letting this offense hear it. Wants to go up top. Throws to the tight end. Intercepted just what the defense's doctor ordered. He was trying to get that return going. Instead, he'll hand it to his offense at the 38.
And that's got to feel good, and that's a play this young man is never going to forget. His first interception of the season. Great job reading the QB's eyes and getting to the football.
And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
This defense has taken the game over. They're winning the game in large part because of how dominant they've been up front and how good their pass rush has been.
To the air on second down. Makes the grab. Jumped on top of the pile. Navy quick to the line. Rides the back and leaves it. Turning it on. He'll go out of bounds at the 21-yard line. Here comes Navy back to the line after picking up the first down.
Really nice run there, picking up the first down. Now they're right back up to the line of scrimmage, ready to go again.
Running behind those pads, he gets a couple before he stopped at the 18. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Looking to fire. He's got an open man. Takes it all the way down to the 4 after making the grab, and they're set up.
Nice job by the quarterback, pre-snap and post-snap. He knew the defense was going to be playing zone coverage, and there was no doubt in his mind where he was going with that football.
A first down run in the red zone. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater.
Well, with this situation on the field, this defense has their hands full because this running back just seems to have the nose for the end zone. Of course, he scored his last time out.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Navy! Follow the blocker. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll run it from the gun. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Catch in the middle. It's Gaines. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. They drag him down pretty quickly, but the it's forced a big turnover. The coach wants the officials to have another look at the monitor. Using a timeout here, thinks the call is going to end up going his way. This coach wanted to be absolutely certain on a challenge. He was right. The previous play will be overturned. The Falcons come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. They'll try to get the first through the air. Got a man. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37.
Well, not down in distance, the quarterback's got to get rid of it so quickly, right? He knows the defense is going to be bearing down on him, so a nice job catching the gun snap and then turn.
Going for the big play. He's got it inside the 25. Touchdown, Air Force. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Here's the snap, looking to throw. And the pass falls incomplete. That's how we'll wrap up the third quarter of play. But now, time for the fourth quarter. That's the end of the quarter. Air Force has the lead here. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. Kickoff unit all lined up, and we're ready to put toe to leather. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And Navy will go back on the attack. Final stance of the game, and we'll start with the first down. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive did.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they wanted. Now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit more.
He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. Muscling ahead on third and short. They make the stop, but not before he picks up a first down for Navy.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Throws for the tight end. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. Nice move to pick up yardage.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go fast.
On third and short, they'll go to the power running game. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
That is how it's done on third down and short. No doubt about it. An easy hole to get through and clearly get the first down.
If you really want to simplify football, the lone man wins. That time the offense got the better of the D. Easily picked that up.
Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
Man, this poor quarterback, he's got no time. You got to protect your quarterback. You got to find different ways to do it. Sometimes it's not working with 4 wide receivers. Maybe you bring in a couple tight ends, go max protection, more guys blocking, less guys in routes, but you got to find something to have success.
Here's the pressure. And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack.
This defense continues to do a great job of not letting a great athlete at quarterback make big plays on them. Great job pursuing him, keeping him in that cage, not letting him get out in the open field because we know he can do some damage. Nice job by this defense.
He'll off one deep down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Navy will have to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. Air Force has it back, and the Falcon offense returns to the field. He leaves it with his back.
This guy's been running hard all game long. In the fourth quarter now with that last run, he's now at 99 yards rushing. One more carry away from potentially reaching that 100-yard milestone that all running backs covet.
They'll run it. They want to take their time here. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
And how about this offense running the football when you know it's going to be a run? Being the more physical squad. And this defense, man, trailing in this football game, still got those 3 timeouts, but they've got to get a stop.
Breaks into the open. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
Yeah, and how about the linebacker? You know, you ask him to do so much on the football field to cover so much ground. You don't always ask him to go man-to-man, but when you do, a linebacker comes through, swats the ball to the ground.
Under fire. He'll take a shot. And they can't make the connection on third down, but hold everything. There is a flag. Let's see what that's about. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. And the Falcons will punt this one away. And the return man couldn't get to it to make the catch, and the ball will bounce out of bounds. And here comes the Navy offense. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
They'll go right back to it. Gets it out to the 25-yard line, a gain of 3. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Navy now facing third and short. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Rushes on him. Unleashes one. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up.
After that incompletion, fourth and short now on their own side of the field, I think there's a lot of coaches in normal circumstances that would stay conservative and just punt the ball away, but you're trailing here in the fourth quarter. I think the offense needs to stay.
Oh, he's got some space. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
And the offense with a nice run, breaks off a little bit of run, gets a first down. Oh, and here they go again. First down, you've seen this. They like to go fast.
Here comes Navy back to the line after picking up the first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Finds his target down the middle. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The midshipman could get really aggressive here on second and short. Back to pass. Blasted as he lets it go. Working a little foot magic on the sidelines, and it'll be enough for the first down.
Man, what a throw. Under duress, getting hit as you throw. He's been sacked several times today. I love how he continues to hang in the pocket and make plays for this offense.
Trying to make magic with his feet. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. Got some room to run. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Toss to the outside. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Quick timeout call by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The full force, the full-throated roar of the brigade, helping this Navy defense. Oh, they're after him. Snagged in the middle. It's Hodges. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The quarterback takes a knee.
You know what's great about rivalry games? Each side hates every wretched breath the other one sucks into their greedy lungs. Figuratively speaking, of course, and when you win, oh, is that sweet.
It's glorious to be able to brag, to be able to text message your buddies, to be able to post stuff on social media. It's a lot of fun. I think fans like it more than anybody, but it's something that every year you have a couple games starred. This was one of them, Jesse. They took care of business, and now you move on to the next.
They really did, and we saw some great individual efforts in this game by the winning team, too. So cool to see some of these players that have had terrific